Inside a golden box, locked behind an altar in the middle of Germany, sit what millions of people believe to be the actual bones of the three wise men. The keepers of this box follow a strict protocol. In its entire history, it was opened exactly one time. Then it was sealed shut, never to be viewed again. To protect this object, the city built a vault that stretches 157 meters into the sky. This is the Cologne Cathedral. Starting in the Middle Ages, generations of stonemasons spent 632 years building this by hand. When they finally finished, it was the tallest twin-spired church on Earth. Every block of this 50-story stone mountain functions as a monumental safe. Human beings spent 6 centuries building it strictly because of the secret hidden inside. The Archbishop of Cologne acquired these relics through violence. In 1164, he helped crush a rebellion in Milan and took the bones of the Magi as his payment for the military support. The moment those remains crossed into Cologne, the city exploded. Desperate, faithful pilgrims walked hundreds of miles on foot just to be in the same room as them. City leaders knew they held the most prized religious artifacts in Christendom. They needed a display case to match, so they commissioned the most ambitious building project in history. Medieval tourism and political leverage willed the world's largest Gothic cathedral into existence. A single box of bones gave the city the resources to move actual mountains. This diagram shows the architectural strategy they started with in 1248, known as French High Gothic. The engineering goal was to replace solid, heavy stone walls with towering, fragile panels of glass. To keep the ceiling from collapsing, they used flying buttresses. These heavy stone arms extend from the outside walls, physically pushing back against the crushing weight of the roof. Because the outside arms handle the pressure, the walls do not have to be solid. This allowed builders to install over 10,000 square meters of stained glass to bathe the central relics in a glow of divine light. But construction stalled. Wars and financial collapse brought work to a halt. Workers abandoned the South Tower mid-build, leaving a massive wooden crane sitting idle at the top for 400 years. The Prussian government eventually resumed construction in the 1800s, using the exact blueprints drawn up 500 years earlier. When the cathedral was completed in 1880, it stood as a flawless, unified structure built across 6 centuries. Back in 1864, just before the building was finished, examiners did something they had not done in 700 years. They unsealed the golden shrine. Looking inside the vault, they found human skeletal remains resting alongside a handful of ancient coins. They recorded their findings, closed the lid, and permanently locked it. The contents have not been exposed to the air since. The physical evidence confirmed there are bodies in the box, but locking them away from modern science means their true identity remains trapped behind gold. Modern historians agree that the bones inside are anonymous individuals from the 6th century. They are almost certainly not the biblical wise men. The biological truth is irrelevant. The sheer, immovable belief in those bones contained enough power to physically alter the skyline of Germany. That physical power was tested during World War II. Allied bombers flattened the surrounding city into a smoking crater. The cathedral took 14 direct bomb hits, yet somehow remained standing. Part of its survival was a strict tactical choice. Allied pilots were ordered to spare the church so they could use its massive, unmistakable silhouette as a fixed navigation point during their bombing runs. The architectural prominence originally designed to attract medieval pilgrims ironically saved the building from complete destruction. It functioned as a literal beacon of survival in a leveled city. Today, the building requires 30,000 euros every single day just to maintain. Yet its legal book value is exactly 27 euros, because it belongs to no one and is entirely unsellable. 100 stonemasons and restorers still clock in to work on it every morning. There is an old local saying that drives them: when the cathedral is finished, the world will end. So the workers keep arriving, and the myth of the sealed bones stays perfectly intact in the dark, guarded by a permanent, monumental architectural obsession. If you want to feel the weight of that obsession yourself, you can climb the 533 steps to the top of the tower. Let me know in the comments if you would make the climb, and hit subscribe for more stories hidden in plain sight.